Hey chicks, let's chat. So listen, let me jump into it. A lot of what happens to us in life, not everything, because of course we can't control everything, but a lot of what happens and what's going to happen has to do with what we say and what we do. And I would put more weight on what we say, because sometimes what we say creates situations that will get us to what it is that we want or what it is that we're trying to do. Sometimes what it is that we don't want, just depending on what it is that we're saying. What we're saying will create some situations, and then what we do once we get in those situations is what finishes up the task and causes what we have said, what we have spoken to be so. And I say that on the heels of my little cousin. Shout out to him. He just won bronze for Team USA in the 2024 Paris Olympics. 21. And we've been knowing for the last, I don't know how many years, that he was going to the Olympics. You know how we knew? Before he even placed to go to the Olympics, before he was even able to, win to go. You know how we knew he was going? Because he'd been saying it for a long time. He'd been saying it before it ever even was a thing, because it's so much qualifying they have to do. It's so much winning that has to transpire before you get to the level of being looked at as if they can send you to the Olympics on behalf of the USA. You know how awesome you gotta be? You know how many competitions you gotta win? This ain't even nothing that your money can buy you. This is a situation where your talent and your faith is the leader. What you saying, what you doing, that's going to determine, right? So when I sit and look at and think back on how long he's been saying that he's going to the Olympics, and then I look at what he's been doing to prepare to go, how disciplined he's been, how even though he's 21, he could have been doing what all the other 21-year-olders do at his age. But because he had a different vision, he had a different goal in mind, he had different standards for himself. He did different things and he got different results. That's what it comes down to. So it's easy for us to feel like, our situation and circumstances will dictate everything. No, they may play a part. They may play a part. That's not to negate, that sometimes situations and circumstances, create certain environments. But ultimately, it's what you do and what you say about you and about your circumstances. Nobody else gets to dictate that. Nobody else gets to, have the last say but God. So if there's ever a lesson that I have learned from just watching, because of course our family been like super geek, super excited, it's like we've been on this journey with him. Some of my family, is actually in Paris right now. So it's been like really exciting to watch. It's been nerve-wracking. But the ride itself has been wonderful. You know what I'm saying? Just watching him, live a disciplined life. Watching him come up through the trenches. Just a little regular, juggler little dude with a dream. excited to experience these last, few days. And the first thing it taught me is that I think that my dreams have been too small. I think my dreams have been small. I think I kept my dreams to, things that were safe. Things that I probably knew that I could achieve it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that maybe it wouldn't be too hard. All I had to do was, a little razzle-dazzle. And that might be the one thing that I feel like now that I may have some regrets, is that I didn't dream big enough. Because the one thing that I realize now is that having big dreams, even when they seem so far-fetched, the thing about dreaming big is that even if you get the majority of your dream, it's still way bigger than most. It's still way bigger than you ever could have imagined. So that would be my encouragement for people, is to, if you have stopped dreaming, don't stop. Start back. And if you're young and you still, especially if you're young and you still in the prime of your life, dream big. Dream big. Dream outside of the box. Because it's only going to do you. It's only going to do you good to do that. Because it's going to push you beyond whatever you thought your limitations were. The big dreams require more, and sometimes that's why we don't dream big, because the requirements to get that dream, we're not willing to put in that work. So we either don't dream, we stop dreaming, or we take the safe bet. But, just looking, observing, if you could do anything, dream. Especially while you're younger. It's so much that you can do. It's so much to be accomplished. This world's so big. And it's weird how we limit ourselves to just simple, small things, when it's really so big. It's so many things that you can have, so many things that you can do. And it's not about like material gain. It's really about just pushing yourself, setting the bar high for you. And then in turn you become an example for other people. Because if you could do it, other people could do it too. And they see you and they're like, dang, I could do that. She did that. Oh, she did that. And I think in life sometimes, especially once we get beyond the youthfulness, a lot of times we just, we start just going with whatever it is, not dreaming anymore, not feeling like, hey, it's still things we can do in this life. It's still things that we can accomplish if we're willing to work for it. We just go with the, I'll be retired in a couple of years, and this, I hardly hear people still having that zest and that vigor in their voice. Once they've reached a certain age, it's like the dreams, all the dreams die after a certain age. And I don't know if that's just, people saying, well, hey, I'm just getting realistic, It's not a fairy tale life, this, that, or third. I understand that. But I do believe that as long as we have breath in our body and we have a will and a desire, you know, and if we have any type of physical or mental ability, we can still achieve things. You can still be great. You can still push down barriers. I think we set too many limitations on ourselves. And it don't have to be. We have to get back to dreaming. We have to get back to wanting, doing, not minding doing the work, not minding pushing ourselves, not minding the sacrifices. Because that's what it's going to take. But the reward is so huge, because when you dream big and then those big dreams come true, it's not only satisfying for you, it's satisfying for the people who watched you. It's satisfying for the people who, you know, sacrifice for you. It's like when you win, everybody win. And that's a good feeling. That's a good feeling. So yeah, I just encourage y'all, you know, dream more. Get back to dreaming. It's things that some of us wanted to do in our youth that we still could do right now if we really want to. You know, we may have bought into the age limitations, the education limitations, but there are things that we really want to do that it really isn't an age limitation, right? The only limitation is the ones that you say. If you're willing to do the work, you're able to achieve it. So yeah, that's it, y'all. Keep dreaming. Start back dreaming. Put forth the effort. Do the thing that you really wanted to do at one point in time. The people who had kids, a lot of times they set their dreams and desires on the back burner so that they could raise their kids, take care of their kids. Okay, now your kids grown. They're doing their thing. Before you just, you know, start living your life through your grandkids, before you start doing that, remember that it was things you wanted to do too. And it's a possibility that you still can do those things. So I just want to say, be encouraged. Dream big. So much to this life. So much to this life. And we just bite off a small chunk sometimes.